Destiny is like, she's explosive. She's like fire.
Me hanging out with James, like, jealous fans do like talk crap on me. Stay away from James. He don't want you. And I was like,
Oh my god.
dang, like, that's crazy.
Kumusta, Pepsters? Welcome to PEP Spotlight, where we get to interview and ask updates about your favorite stars. My name is Bernie.
And I'm Pink. Joining us today is a multi-hyphenate artist and a talented singer from LA. Let's all welcome James Reid and Destiny Rogers.
Hey.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having us.
Hi,
What's up, guys? Thank you for having us.
Hi, James. Hi, Destiny. Welcome to PEP Spotlight.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. So excited to
Yeah.
be here.
Thank you guys for gracing our simple interview. Okay, I'll throw the first question. Uh, for James, can you tell us more about your new album, Love Scene?
Oh, Love Scene. It came out in October, so it came out just last month, and it's all the songs I've been working on since I came out to LA this year, and yeah, basically it's about a lot of my own personal experiences when it comes to relationships and love, falling in and out of love, and all the complicated scenarios in between. That's why I called it Love Scene, and yeah, it just came out last month. I just released the music video for Lie to Me, which is featuring the one and only Destiny Rogers. And I was super happy with this song. The whole process of it was amazing. Being able to work with Destiny in the studio to finish the song. Then we flew her out actually to the Philippines. We flew out to Manila to shoot the music video. We did a bunch of stuff. She performed in our club. We hit a Boracay. It was a whole bunch. It was a whole adventure. But the album's out now, so you can check it out. It's on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, everywhere. And yeah, thank you to all the fans who have been supporting and pushing this album.
Right, I was able to check Destiny's Instagram and I was able to find out that she came to the Philippines a few weeks or a few months ago, but we will get into that later. But how did you meet Destiny, who is a very talented artist?
I met Destiny in 2020, so right before the pandemic. I was in LA very quickly, and I met Destiny. And there were talks about us like collaborating on something. We met in the studio that she works out of, the Stereotypes, and it those talks about some kind of collaboration. But then pandemic hit, of course. 2 years passed, and it wasn't until I came back again and I had the actual song "Lie to Me." I had it completed with an open verse. That's the only time I was able to actually work with her. So it's been a long time coming.
Oh, Destiny.
Yes.
So what was your first impression of James when you met him? And how did he convince you to collab with him for
My
lighting?
first impression of James, I would say just very welcoming. Like he said, I had met him 2 years ago, and we weren't really able to collaborate or even really get to know each other on a personal level, even artist to artist, because the pandemic happened. And I was lucky enough to see him when he came back just literally a couple months ago, I think in September. Yeah, he was here, and me working on Lie to Me with him in the studio, that was my first time really to see him in his element and get to know him a little more and talk more and just learn more about him. And he's very very supportive. He's very welcoming, like I said. Just felt like family right off the bat. So I knew that whatever work or whatever collaborations we would do together, it would be it will be very good and very fun. And I trust him, and I trust his vision. I trust his music and his art and his creativity. So we still got a lot of more work to do, and I'm excited to see what me and James do from here on out.
So James, you knew that you and Destiny would work well together. Like even the first time that you met her, did you know about her background in music?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've heard all the songs before working with her on the track, which is why I knew she would be so perfect for "Lie to Me." And but did I know that we would work well together? I had no idea. Destiny is like she's explosive. She's like fire. She's very passionate when it comes to her
Oh,
music, and I saw that in the studio. Um, but I think it definitely went well together. When I heard the track when she recorded her vocals, I feel like she really added a whole dimension to the song that wasn't there. So yeah, it worked out really well.
thank God.
You're,
Thank God.
and you're both so good.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Right. Actually, James, that would be my next question, but you answered it. But I'll just make a follow-up question. What was the dynamics of your collaborating with each other? Um, what did you learn from each other as artists?
Um, when Destiny like hopped on the mic and just started like freestyling stuff, it was just like a whole different level that I hadn't been exposed to yet. So it was inspiring for me to be able to work with her, and yeah, it kind of um, pushed me to you know to do better and to want to make better songs and to have that kind of energy in the studio. Destiny is a lot of fun to be around, and like even in the studio when we're working, that's how it feels. So yeah, like Destiny said, it felt like family from the start.
Can you walk us through your process creating that song together? I mean, how was it like?
Okay, so the song I had worked on already, and I had made most of the song, and there was an open verse, which open verse. Yeah, there was an open verse that Destiny. I sent her the song if she wanted to be on the track. I think Destiny can explain. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so what an open verse means, if for people watching that don't know, it just means the song is like halfway finished. There is a space, like an opening in the song where another artist can do their part on the song. And that's exactly what James did for Lie to Me. There was an open verse, and he was kind enough to think about me. And I remember I was in the studio actually, and my producer John, from the Stereotypes, he had played it for me off his phone and was like, "James Reid wants you on this. Do you like the song? What do you feel about it? How do you feel about it?" And I listened, and I was like, "Okay." I was like, "This is actually really dope." So I had to go in my car and listen to it in the car to see if that's really if it hit in the car. You know what I mean? And I loved it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, send me the open verse so that I can do this. I can work on this. So the next day I come into the studio, and I had plans to work on the song, and John was like, "Oh, James is actually in the other room. Why don't you guys work on it together?" And I was like, "Wait, he's here? I didn't even know he was in LA." And I thought he was in the Philippines. Like, I would do it and send it back. But he was here. So I me and him got to be in the same room, and that was my first time actually working with another artist in person. So we really got to finish the song together and build it and structure it together, and it was fun collaborating with him. And I learned a lot from him too as an artist as well. So it was honestly very organic and natural how this went down, and I'm super happy that it felt somewhat easy in a way, and that's kind of rare. So that's how I knew that, man, our chemistry and connection in the studio was was honestly like fantastic. Like, not a lot of artists get along right away. Some people don't like the way other people work. But me and James, we just molded together perfectly, and that's how we came out with Lie to Me.
Through that,
Yeah.
during that writing process, like, did it evoke, like feelings of love from your personal experiences, or what's the inspiration behind the song?
I think when we were working on the song, we were trying to figure out the angle of how Destiny would be talking about it, because the song is kind of like it comes from a place of like paranoia and insecurity, kind of. That's the where I was coming from. So it's like I don't want to know the truth. Like I can feel there's something off, but like
Hmm.
I don't want to know. Something like that.
Hmm.
Just lie to me, tell me everything's okay. It's kind of like that. And then
Yeah.
with Destiny, we're trying to figure out that other angle that she could come at. Should it be more like from the girl's perspective? And then we just decided that it would be um, just another person's perspective, on the same thing. Like, I've been through this. It was really Destiny's kind of perspective on the whole thing. Like, I've been, or I know it's wrong, but like, I keep falling into this anyway. So it was
It's
two different
giving. Yeah.
perspectives. The
Yeah.
same kind of thing, which is like, I don't want to know the truth. Just lie to me.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. That
Right.
sounds so, you really have to be vulnerable to be able to come up with that song.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. A little.
Exactly, like James was talking about um, the perspective of Destiny and your perspective, James. When I watched the music video, it was really very interesting, and that was like, oh wow, this is a very the storytelling of the music video. So how was it? How was the experience shooting the video? Who made the concept? It was really interesting.
Yes, the concept came from our team, the Careless team, and the director. How we wanted to do this, and yeah, we came up with this love triangle kind of thing that's going on between uh, me and my girl, and Destiny coming in as a new love interest, and just kind of
I still his girl. I still his girl is what he's trying to say.
in simple terms, and she's still my girl. Yeah. Kind of make it sound a little more deep, but that's it pretty much. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Right.
had that experience?
I haven't. I haven't.
I haven't either.
Okay.
Knock
Wait,
on
wait,
wood. I don't want it.
Destiny, did you mean that you've never stolen someone's girl, or you've never had your girl
Never.
stolen?
I've never had my girl stolen,
Okay, but you've stolen someone.
Wow.
but I can.
I love your confidence, Destiny.
Okay.
But can I just say, to Destiny, the music video is very personal for you, I think.
Yeah. Yes, it is very personal.
Right, that's what I've noticed.
Yeah. Yeah, that was honestly my first time being in the Philippines. So that was already a great feeling to shoot a music video outside of LA, because I've shot all of my music videos in LA. So that was that, and then obviously shooting with a girl. That was my first time ever using a female love interest. So James really helped me break that barrier for myself, which I needed. And obviously, something that I've always thought about and looked forward to my whole life. But, just having that little side of fear and that little side of just insecurities and things like that. But I knew once the idea was brought up, by the Careless team, I really told myself, like, okay, I'm ready for this. Like, I'm ready to use a female in my visuals. And when I'm singing to a girl and showing that and having visuals for it so people can see it and feel the emotion. And it was honestly a really great moment for me. And I'm happy with it, so happy with it. And everyone's loving it. Everyone's loving the video. They're so supportive. They're sharing it. They're talking about it all the time. And that was one of my best videos I've ever had in my career so far, because I broke a barrier, and I'm proud of myself.
Right. Actually, I'm sure there are a lot of people who could relate to the video. And after 2 weeks, it already garnered more than 3 million views. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Gosh,
Thank you so much.
congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Later on, we'll ask more about your songs. But now, can we? I'd like to ask James, what made you decide to start your own company, Careless?
It was really, I mean, at the time when I started Careless, there wasn't too much original pop R&B music out at the time. So, I just wanted to be, at the time, it was really important for me was to be able to be in control of my music, in control of the creative direction, um, and also, yeah, just in control of my career. That was just what was very important to me at the time, and that's why I created it. It was really for me to be free and free to be able to make risks, take risks on my career, which is what I wanted to do. And uh, the whole process of me starting the label and then being self-managed taught me a lot of things about the industry and actually how to have a lasting career in music while not sacrificing why you love music in the first place. And I think that's what made other artists gravitate towards Careless and gravitate towards what we're doing. We take risks,
Oh yeah.
and yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, we bet it all. Like once 2-3 months, we bet everything.
Yep.
On the artists and the projects that we want to do, the projects that we believe in. So yeah, our goal is really to break barriers and break boundaries in music, both locally and hopefully globally. So that's why signing Destiny was such a huge thing for Careless, and also I'm really happy with the way the music video turned out. Even for the artists to break boundaries of their own, that's also like a goal of what we're trying to do. So yeah, what was the question again?
Yeah, you about you starting your company, because looking back, I would say that it was a very brave move for you. Like, you've come a long way because starting on your own, and then now you've got a company with a lot of artists of your own. So, um, weren't you scared at first? Knowing that it's gonna be an uncertain path for you because it's the first time that you're gonna build your own company.
Yeah, I was absolutely terrified, but for me that was better than what I was currently doing. I don't know, it just wasn't really feeding my soul. So yeah, having to go through that and face that kind of fear of the unknown and leave my acting career, which was so short. It
Yeah.
took it took a lot, and I honestly wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't for my support. My friends, my family, um, all the people that came on board Careless, that really believed in the vision, that stuck it out even though we'd gone through some really difficult times. Even when people telling us it's not going to work, you know, just sticking through it. It all, it was all really worth it. But I couldn't have done it without them, honestly. With the artists, without the team.
How many artists do you have now? How many artists?
Currently, including man, I'm
Yeah.
losing track. There's so I think currently there's 8. One of them is a band, so technically that's another 4, so that's 11 or 12. Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of us.
While James was speaking, I couldn't help but notice Destiny's little reactions. I think Destiny was able to witness the struggles of James and the hardships that he has gone through while building his own management.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I obviously wasn't like a part of the full process of him building this label and structuring it. But I have heard a lot of stories, and as I've gotten to know more and more about James and the rest of the Careless team, I've heard of the struggles, and I was actually in Manila, and I was actually able to see one of their first offices that they worked out of, and how small it was, and then seeing the current office now, and how beautiful and big, like like spacious it was. And so I was able to see, like, man, the struggle, and super proud of James and the rest of the Careless team, like, just seeing, and it definitely is and was hard. But that's obviously one of the main things that I love about Careless and being a part of Careless, is that they are going to break those boundaries. They are going to risk it all, and that's why I connect with them. I have that same mentality with life. It's like, you never want to put yourself in a box. You never want to be too comfortable. Let's get comfortable. Let's be unique. Let's, you know what I mean? Let's see those levels, and there's no top. You just got to keep going above and above and above and beyond that, and never stop. And that's how I feel with Careless. We match each other's energy, we match each other's mindset, and that's how I know we a problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now I have a clearer view of the struggles of James Careless Music. Now, James, you've established your own music management for a few years now. How will you sum up your journey, the perks, the challenges, the success? In a few words, how would you sum it up?
The journey through Careless.
Yes, I mean your own management. You've been doing well with your showbiz career in the Philippines, and then you took a risk building up this new management.
Yeah, it's how do I sum up everything in a few words? It's kind of tough. It's been a whole journey, and there's been a lot of self discovery along the way. Um, but I think the vision and the goal has never changed, which is really me personally as an artist. I wish to break boundaries as a Filipino artist, and the company as a whole. To be able to build up these artists and find that balance between creating what you love and also having a sustainable career. And I think a lot of that is like us opening up opportunities that didn't exist before. So that's really what the mission is right now. And we're honestly just getting started. This is still just the beginning of Careless Music as we shift into uh, a full-fledged entertainment company.
Yeah. And I totally admire how you've been juggling both your art and business, James, because of course, we're updated with, you accompanying your artists for their different projects. And at the same time, you were able to come up with Love Scene. Like, how is that even possible?
It was tough. This year I did take a long break, a few months in LA, where I was able to just focus on me and the music. I think that was super crucial in for this year was that I was able to break off and really focus on the music. But once again, it's not just me. I have a whole team that are just as much careless, if not more careless than I am, when it comes to the whole process and working with the team, um, from my CEO Jeff to our COO Job, running all the daily stuff, inspiring the artists, our creative director who really gives Careless its soul. There's the whole team really. It's more than just me.
What do you look for? Like when you're looking for the next big star, like now that you're handling a talent management company.
What do we look for in the next?
Yeah. When you are eyeing an artist that you want to be part of your label, like what do you look
Mhm.
for? Like the X factor, is it, or just the same attitude that you have when it comes to your vision?
Yeah, it's a few things. Like it's definitely the X factor. It's definitely the talent. Um, but I think yeah, the biggest one is that we just vibe together. Like the energy is the same, and the vision is the same, and the attitude. You know, like we're down to grind it out and to work really hard nonstop to get to where we want to be, and we're willing to sacrifice. We're willing to do what it takes, and we like to work with artists like that as well.
All right. My last question for James before we throw the next few questions to Destiny. James, I see you in commercials in the Philippines, but I'm sure a lot of your fans are asking about this. But uh, will you be still active in local showbiz, like doing projects? We've asked you off cam a while ago, but I think it's better to ask you in front of the camera. So, what are your plans when it comes to local showbiz?
I keep getting asked this question every single time.
So you
Um,
need
Because
to
they
figure
miss
out
you.
I know,
First,
I know, I know, and I do plan on um, being on TV again or film, but I'm waiting for the right timing. Things are going very well right now with the label, big plans. Um, but I can definitely see it happening again in the future.
yes. Oh my gosh. And the fans are gonna be excited about that.
Yeah, I would love to produce something as well.
Oh my gosh. So we're now finding out the next plans of Careless.
All I said was I would like to produce something. I didn't
Ah,
say
okay, not it's
um,
for Careless. Okay, okay. That's pretty clear. All right. And then for Destiny, of earlier you've already mentioned that you're super close friends with Liza and that
Mhm.
you actually visited the Philippines. So what was your impression about her when you first met her? How did you become close friends?
Well, we kind of had no choice. um,
Why?
we spent because I spent when I was in the Philippines. I had met Liza along with the rest of the Careless team, and we were together every day. And I was in the Philippines for about 10 days, so we were together every day. We were eating, going out to dinner, going out to lunch together. We went to Boracay together. Did a lot of fun stuff in Boracay. Went on the boats, went jet skiing. We ate a lot of great food. Um, we just had a good time, and that was a bond that and it's great because we're also the same age, and we're both from California, so we had a lot of things in common. And we just had a great bond and a great friendship, and now that the Careless team is in LA, they've been in LA for a couple months now. I've been at their house. I've been with them, hanging out, creating content, creating music, things like that. And my friendship and my bond and connection with everyone has just gone deeper and deeper and just keeps growing. Me and Liza, we went out the other night to a Blackpink concert. We got to meet Blackpink backstage. So we just had I have a lot of memories within a span of 2 months. So we've done a lot, and we have a lot of more memories to make. So that's my
How,
girl.
how did you find your visit here in Manila?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I have been all over the world. Okay. That was my first time in Asia. And Manila is by far number one for me. I've been all over
Wow.
Europe. I've been all over United States. But Manila, like something about your guys's like what's the word I'm looking for? Hospitality. Hospitality, like I said, welcoming. I just don't feel any ounce of judgment or anything like that, and it just feels like family. Anyone I met over there
Mhm.
just felt good and natural. So I love it, and the energy is great. There's a lot of stuff to do, and I'm happy I got to see Brockeye as well because Brockeye is beautiful. And yeah, it's I just can't wait to go back. I'm so excited.
Wow, that's so good to hear. I'm sure James really took you to a lot of good spots here when
Yeah,
she was here,
yes, of course. Yeah,
when you were here.
I don't even remember. There was like a schedule. Like every day there was a place. Okay, lunch we're
Oh
eating at
my
this
gosh.
restaurant, dinner at this restaurant. So I don't. There was a car that took me everywhere. I wish I could remember the names to even half the places, but I don't. But the way that they took such good care of us was just amazing. So I had such a fun time.
we'll run it back in January.
Yeah, January I'm going back, counting down the days.
I
Destiny,
heard. I go ahead, Brie.
Destiny, I'm just curious. Prior to going to the Philippines, you said it's your first time to go to the Philippines. Did you hear about the country before? I mean, did you have any
Of course,
idea?
yes. Yes, of course. So I have a lot of friends in LA that are actually Filipino, and most of them are from the Philippines. So, my fan base is also like most of my music is streamed in the Philippines too. Um, And I knew that one day I wanted to eventually go. Asia in general too, but Manila in specific, just because my friends talked about it so much, and they would go kind of often to visit family, and they would show me videos and pictures and stuff of the country, and I'm like, man, like I gotta tap in. I gotta go see what's going on over there. So luckily, Careless made it happen. James made it happen. So I'm excited I got to cross it off my bucket list.
I'm
Right.
curious to find out, like, how did you discover your love for music, Destiny?
My love for music, man. So I'm 23, by the way. I'm 23. I discovered love for music when I was about maybe like 4 years old. I was raised in a household of music. My mom sang, and my dad is a worship leader in church. So I was raised in the church scene. My dad plays a lot of instruments, and I naturally picked it up. My parents never forced anything on me. They kind of raised me to be like, whatever our daughter is into and whatever she picks up on her own, that's gonna be her thing. We'll not make her like us, you know. And but I naturally gravitated towards guitar. I gravitated towards drums, piano. I always was singing with a brush. You know what I mean? Like I was always trying to be the people I saw on TV. And I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what the feeling was until I got to 10 years old and I got my first guitar, my first actual guitar. And I self taught myself how to play. I didn't take any lessons. And I started getting kind of good at it. My dad noticed a change and that I was getting good. And my dad wanted me to play with him on church one Sunday, and I did. I was 10 years old. I was on the stage in front of all the adults and performing. And then shortly after that, that's when I started singing. So I played guitar first before even like singing, really like taking it serious. And then I did it in church for a little bit. I would perform at like cafes and open mics in my hometown. And then when I was 16, I was about to graduate high school. I told myself that this is what I want to do. I don't want to go to college. I don't want to get a normal job. I don't want to spend thousands of dollars on a degree when music is what I want. And when I was 16, I buckled down and I got a job at Starbucks. I was working as a waitress at a winery, and I was getting paid and saving my money so that I could move to LA. Then I moved to LA when I was 19. I had fell into the hands of the Stereotypes, Beachwave Sound, my production crew that makes all of my music with me and collaborates with James a lot as well. And they believed in me and gave me that push and that support I needed. And I've been in LA for 4 years now. And it's been a journey. And I love music more and more every day. And it's my whole life. I love it more than anything. So I'm not where I want to be yet, but I definitely feel like I'm on the way. I'm surrounded by great people and great talented people, and I trust them. And it's go time.
Mhm. So what do you think is the secret, to be able to wait for that right opportunity to come your way? Because first you had a hard time, like um what you said about um, going solo, being
Yeah,
independent, and taking care of things on your own. It's
yeah,
hard, right?
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
hard, especially in LA, because it's a very because entertainment industry is a very competitive industry,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah. Of course. I mean, I wouldn't even say it's easy now. Every day I always ask myself, what can I do to take a step closer to where I want to be,
Mhm.
whether it's writing a song, whether it's me going on Instagram live or making a TikTok or giving content, you know what I mean? There's so many ways to stay creative. Um but of course, sometimes, as an artist, it's normal to have your doubts. It's normal to be like, man, what am I doing? Like, is this the right thing? Like, is this the wrong thing? And it's like, you really just have to trust yourself and your heart and believe in yourself that you will accomplish these things. It's not, oh, what if, it's you are. I am. And you just need to have that mentality and that confidence, because it's going to take you a long way, especially in the industry, especially being a female in LA, trying to navigate my way through this crazy, crazy industry and world. You got to have tough skin, and you just got to be built for the fight. You're hungry. You gotta go eat, you know? And yeah, I mean I'm still not it's not easy. It's really not. I wish it was, but you're not gonna go anywhere if everything is easy. You need to push through and you need to fight. And that's exactly what I'm doing.
And now we're seeing why Destiny is a perfect fit for Careless. I mean, your vision, the two
Yeah.
of you, you can really see the passion and the desire to break from the mold. So, my gosh.
Yep.
Right. I'm not sure if my connection is breaking up, but I was still able to get a grasp of Destiny's wise words. So I just want to ask Destiny, what's your long-term plan of being an artist? What's the long-term goal for you?
My ultimate goal in life as an artist, like I always tell people this, but I want to just be the biggest artist in the world, worldwide. I want to be able to sell out arenas, stadiums. I want to be able to go all over the world and everybody knows my name. I want to see my name everywhere I go. And it's just a dream of mine that has stuck. If it wasn't something I wanted, this would have went away a long time ago. But it still sticks with me, and it's the first thought I wake up to in the morning is this is still who I want to be. So let's go get it. And yeah, it all we never know when our moment and our chance is gonna happen. But you just always gotta just think. I always just have it in the back of my head all the time. It never goes away. It sticks with me, and you should never give up, because dreams really come true. And that's as cliche and corny as it sounds. You really just can't give up,
It
or else
does.
you really ain't gonna get anything. You're not gonna get anything if you stop. So don't stop.
Well said. James, I think you have to make that come true.
No
That's the goal.
pressure.
Exactly.
You tell them, guys. You tell them. I'm kidding.
Go for it, guys.
Before we go to our next segment, you have a last question for Destiny Bernie about this video.
Oh,
Oh,
your
the
video with
viral video,
Destiny.
thick
That
fine
one.
woman. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Um, Honestly, nothing crazy. It was for fun. Me and Liza were in a hotel and we had just ate and we are just like, yo, like let's make content. Let's make content. Like let's just shoot some TikToks. And so that sound, the song that we danced to is called Thick Fine Woman. And we shot obviously like our little like dance choreo video to it just for fun, all fun and games. And we didn't know what to caption it. So we just called it what the sound was called, Thick Fine Woman, and put it out. Just because it's like it's random and it doesn't make sense. So it's like, who cares? Let's just do it.
You
So
should
it's just
make
a
more.
glimpse.
Fans seem
It's
to
a
love
glimpse
it.
of
So
how fun you had with Liza. Was it shot here in the
exactly.
Philippines or in LA?
Exactly.
Was it
Philippines.
shot in the Philippines? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, now, so we've learned a lot about James and Destiny from this interview, and now to know more about them, let's go on with our PEP challenge.
Here
Uh
we
oh.
go.
Here we go.
What's our challenge, Bernie? What's the
Okay,
title of our
guys.
challenge?
Make it easy, Bernie.
Yes. We're gonna play guilty or not guilty. Okay, guys, I'm sure you know how this goes. We'll just ask a few questions and then you just say guilty or not guilty, and then afterwards you can defend yourself uh, if you want to, or
Okay.
justify it.
Want to?
I'm sure you can do this. Okay, number one, ghosted someone.
Guilty.
Guilty or not guilty? Okay. Oh my gosh, you were fast.
Destiny,
Sorry.
that was fast.
Sorry. I'm like I be ghosting sometimes.
Yeah,
Why? Would you defend yourself with that, Destiny? Would you like to defend yourself? Why the need
Well,
to ghost someone?
if you're weird, you're weird. Like I don't want to surround myself with that.
Oh my gosh.
this is not honest
Like that's
answer.
it. That's all I need to say.
Okay. I love Destiny. Very candid. How about James?
Oh, definitely guilty. Do I need to defend myself?
Who are
No,
you ghosting?
no.
If,
It's not even that I'm doing it on purpose. Sometimes I'm just a terrible person.
okay.
I don't even mean to do it. It's not even.
That's totally understandable. Like when you're busy or something, you
Yeah,
can.
you're right. You know what? I am very busy. Yeah.
Okay, now
True.
you have a
We all have our
you have a valid reason. Okay, number two, Bernie.
got betrayed by trusted got betrayed by a trusted person.
Guilty
Guilt.
or not guilty?
Okay, got betrayed by someone? No, not guilty.
Oh,
So I might be dumb, but not guilty means you haven't been betrayed.
Yes,
yes.
you
I'm
haven't.
guilty of that.
Oh yeah. Yes, you are.
Personal problem. I can't talk about it, but James knows. Guilty. Guilty.
You got betrayed by a trusted person.
Yeah, but we don't need to explain that one.
People
All
are
right.
people are evil. Just keep your head on a swivel. That's all. Watch your back.
I think Destiny knows something about this, James.
Oh
We'll
yeah.
ask her later off cam. All right, number
Oh.
three. Spent a lot on something and regretted it. Guilty or not guilty? Did you ever
Not
spend
yeah, not guilty
something?
from
Wow. Why,
yeah.
Destiny? You're good with your finances. Like, you know how to budget and all.
Yes. My dad and my mom raised me very frugal. So it's like if I want to treat myself to something, I'll go get it. But I kind of live my life with I don't need it unless someone gifts it to me. Then I'll take it. So luckily, I get sent free stuff sometimes. So I don't really need to go out and buy clothes because I can just get it.
Get it for free. Get it for free.
Like honestly, yeah.
We
But
have
yeah,
to learn from Destiny. Okay.
Exactly. What about you, James?
No, not guilty. Not guilty. I mean,
Wow.
it makes you feel
Really?
good. You shouldn't feel guilty about it.
true.
Right.
How have you been with your earnings? Like, are you the one who personally manages it, or do you entrust it with an accountant or something?
I'm interested with family, but surprisingly enough, I really don't spend that much money on
Wow.
myself.
Like you don't have any luxury collection or anything.
No, not really. The only thing I bought that was really expensive was maybe my motorcycle.
Oh,
But that's about it.
Mm.
I splurge on myself like once a year.
Do
Buy
you
another.
ride it?
Oh yeah,
Do you
Manila.
ride? You still get right?
He rides it all the time.
In Manila, yeah.
Oh, like when you meet,
Bike
you
to
prefer
work.
riding your
Yeah, I would just ride my bike to work. And I live in Makati, so
He's serious.
traffic,
Mm.
yeah. So you prefer that than driving a car?
oh yeah, it's way more fun.
Okay. All right. Number four.
got
Bernie.
got reprimanded at work.
Guilty.
What does that mean? Reprimanded?
Like
Scolded.
you got scolded or you got in trouble at work.
No, not guilty.
Oh,
I mean,
Nice work.
you work at the studio, so like
But I've had normal jobs. I've worked at Starbucks. Like
Okay.
I've had normal jobs before. So no, I wasn't a little troublemaker.
nice.
Wow.
Good.
Destiny
I was
so
good. Yeah, I was a good girl.
love it.
Was
How about James?
kidding.
guilty. Definitely guilty.
Guilty.
My first acting gig, in the show that I was doing. What was it called? Pintada. Pintada. But
Pintada?
yeah, I did this teleserie a long, long, long time ago. It was like one of my first roles ever, and then it was Direct Kathy.
Oh
Direct
my
Kathy.
gosh, little Kathy. All
Yes,
right. And
it
then
was
what
bad.
happened?
It was bad. The director's booth was like um away from where we were, and then she screamed through the microphone to the speakers, "Cut!" and then walked all the way so that she could come down to the set and scream at me. And it was my first time like ever like on a TV set. So afterwards, she apologized to me. She was like, "Yo, I just wanted to, make sure you're taking this seriously and that, you give it your all and stuff like." So she encouraged me afterwards, but it was bad. Like Derek Kinkley, yeah, she really gave it to me.
And then after that, that's very direct, Kathy. You're not the first one who experienced that with her. But after that, you got better. I mean, did it motivate you to do better next time?
Yeah, no, definitely, and it made me like take it very seriously and respect everyone's time, and it made me to like give my best when it counts. So yeah, she really inspired me afterwards. But in the moment, I felt like just crawling up into a little ball and then jumping in the river. Yeah.
You know, I've
But
seen her direct Kathy, like even with her um, more recent projects becoming that. So. And it
but
was until 2012, I think, Pintada. So
Yes.
that was really a long time ago. So it's totally understandable if you're just starting out in showbiz. Bernie, you're
but
saying
after
something?
that, James, did you work with her again after that incident?
Yes, I'd worked with Derek Cathy a couple of times after that, for
Okay,
smaller projects and yeah, here and there.
and and
Guilty.
that did not happen again.
I don't think it did.
Good.
Oh my gosh.
At least you learned.
All right. Number five. Judged for something you didn't do. Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
You were judged.
Guilty.
Oh,
It happens all like I'll open up my Twitter or Instagram or whatever and
Okay.
see a bunch of stuff that's going
So
around,
these are
and it's like it's not worth my time defending myself for every single tweet that comes out. I would spend 100% of my day trying to um, explain myself, so I just don't. It's not worth my time. But yeah,
so
guilty
this
for sure.
guilty, but these are with people who don't really know you, right?
Exactly. So it's really not worth anyone's time.
that's because you're
And
popular, James.
and
So it's only gonna get
and to
worse.
be fair, with James, ever since we've known him, he's really like calm about this, very cool about this stuff. Doesn't seem to frazzle you. Like we never see you get really crazy about stuff, even if the bashers would throw a lot of unfair things. You never get um,
Yeah, agree.
I had
frazzled.
to learn that very early in my career, so I can stay sane.
Okay. How about with Destiny?
Destiny.
Oh,
Judged for something you didn't do.
I mean, I'm sure I have, but I can't think of anything right now.
Because you're a
So
good
That
it
girl.
maybe
No, I've
maybe it
been
means you you don't let um get you don't let these things bother you that much as well. That's why, or you're easy to forgive people who do
honestly,
that to you.
like James said, they're just trolls. Like
yeah.
I mean, I do get a lot of hate, especially like hanging out. Like sometimes I've noticed, like me hanging out with James, like jealous fans do like talk crap on me. Like sometimes, like I'll just see stupid stuff in my DMs. Stay away from James. He don't want you. And I was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
dang, like I that's crazy. Like I don't know. I mean I get stuff all the time. Like even for just me how I dress. Oh, you're a boy. Oh, da 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 da. Like you're not a girl. You know what I mean? It's just like yo, what are you talking about? It's just like I'm just being me. Like people are just weird, but I know who I am at the end of the day, and it's just like I walk with confidence. I
That's the
don't let
most important thing.
yeah, it's like maybe when I was younger, of course, because words hurt. Words do hurt, like no matter what age. But I've just built to not read those things and believe these things. It's common sense.
All right. And now for our final question for this challenge.
Okay.
Ready, Rachel?
Regretted breaking up with an ex.
Okay, Destiny is laughing. You have to go first.
I'm
I think you
so
remembered
guilty.
something.
I'm so guilty. I'm so guilty.
Do
So
you
what
have a
did you
song
do?
about that?
It was my first relationship, 2 year relationship
And
with
then
like my first love. Yeah, it was a rough one. It was a rough one, I will say. I was sprung even after the breakup. It was actually with my first girlfriend. That was a secret. Um, but my a few months after we broke up, I really thought like I didn't want to be here on earth if I wasn't with her type thing. So it was like I really felt like I needed her in my life to enjoy life. Like I couldn't imagine myself without her type thing. So that's why I regretted it. Like in that moment I did. Now I'm over it, thank God. But in that moment there is those feelings of regret and being like, man, did I make the right decision because I find myself unhappy without her? You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. I was young and well, I mean that was just like last year. Oops. But it wasn't actually too long ago. But I
but
mean,
did you try to get back with her?
yeah, of
No,
course. And
you did.
we tried, but it just wasn't. We really needed to separate because we were just like bumping heads and clashing, and that's not healthy. So we went our separate ways, and we ended up staying separate, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thanks,
for sharing.
Destiny, for being so honest
Thanks for
about
having us,
that.
guys. Thank you.
Okay, I
It's
just
a
ate
What's
my
your
pleasure.
first
answer, James?
meal.
Well, I thought we were finished.
Ah,
Oh, you didn't get to answer yet. Guilty
it
Um,
or
just
not
depends.
guilty.
It
You
just
don't have
depends
to
on your
defend
answer, James.
yourself.
You don't have to defend
um,
yourself.
I
Just
would
say
say
it.
Yeah.
I would say not guilty. I think like after, especially like when you're feeling lonely after a breakup, like with all the relationships I've had, there's been moments where like completely question everything. You know, when you're in like when you're at your low moments, I think that's also very natural. Um, but in the end, I really don't regret anything. Like everything, I just don't live with regret. That's just not something that I want to have in my life. And everything that's happened, I've had to just accept that it's happened, and then like it really shapes who I am. So I'm not the kind of person that wants to live with any regret.
Man, I wish I had that answer. I wish I answered it that way.
Yeah, I had time to
Oh
think.
my gosh.
I had time to think. So thank you for going first.
Ugh, you should. We should have rehearsed. We should have rehearsed this.
Alright.
But as an additional question, what did you learn about love? Like especially with this album Love Scene with um
Mhm.
you've talked about different phases of love here. So
Yeah.
you really do you think being vulnerable like made you stronger or made you more sure about yourself?
I don't know. For me, it's it's a lot of things. Like what love used to mean to me before was it meant being understood by someone, and that's changed a lot over the years, like through relationships and also through it's something that I also kind of really realized when I was making the album. Like it really started like for me, love was being understood by someone, and then it turned into you know it turned into commitment. Like that's what love meant to me. It's like it's really a choice. So like it's evolving for me. and it's still something, that I'm learning about every day. It's not so simple where it's just like, you know, love is just being there for someone. It's many things. So that's why I love writing about it so much. I feel like I could go on forever, talking about love. So
And it's like being free, freeing yourself from, whatever limitations that you have about anything with that song,
mm,
with that album. That's what I got from it. You know, it's
it
all
was
these
very liberating.
emotions.
Yeah, to be able to write like that. I haven't had a project like this to date at all. One that was so vulnerable, I guess. Yeah, it was very liberating.
Right. Congratulations to you both for your collaboration as well. Lie to Me. So,
Thank you.
where
Congratulations.
before we end, where would Pepsters find you anytime soon? Like, do you have any concerts coming up? You can promote them now.
Yes, you
Destiny
can catch us.
or James?
Or Destiny, you want to go first?
We have the same answer, so go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. Okay, so I mean, you can catch both me and Destiny performing at uh, at the Wavy Baby Music Festival. That's going to be in
Woo.
January. Yeah, it's Careless's first music festival ever. We have an international lineup. We have big local acts. There's um, Burning Band, December Ave, Urban Dub. I'm trying to say the names that we've announced so far, so I don't. Um,
Yeah,
You've got it so
let me shut
far.
up because
we
I
have
don't
yeah
even.
we have the Rose coming. We have Sunmi, who's also coming as well. She's a Korean artist. Used to be in the Wonder Girls. We also have Pig Sweats coming, and many more artists. I'll just say that.
Wow, a lot of artists. And this is
So
happening in Cebu,
this is happening in Cebu
right?
on January 13 and 14. The Wavy
Oh my
Baby.
gosh.
Yeah. So it's
Pepsters are
happening.
going to Cebu for this one. A lot
Yes,
of
you
Yeah,
have
good artists
you can get your early
in the
bird
lineup.
tickets actually now already. So the early bird tickets are now available. Head over to Careless underscore ph or on Instagram or Wavy Baby. What is it? Yes, Wavy Baby Fest at Wavy
Baby,
Baby
baby,
Fest.
baby.
So that's our Instagram page for all the information. You can get your early bird tickets now, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And there's
Are you
still stay
excited?
tuned. We'll be announcing more acts very soon.
For sure. Destiny,
Looking
are you
forward to it.
excited? This is
so
going to be
excited
your
because
first
everyone.
performance here in
Yes,
the
yes,
Philippines.
yes. I'm very excited. Everyone has been saying Cebu is just gorgeous. So I've been hearing a lot about this place. I'm so excited to see it and perform there and get to put on a show for my Philippines fans. I'm excited.
Yay! Okay, anything else that's coming up for you guys? Like a new song, a new
Oh yeah.
album?
So I'm actually putting out a song tomorrow called Fall Back, and that is my first song that I put out with Careless. So Careless has done a huge help in putting this song out and supporting it. So yeah, Destiny Rogers Fall Back drops tomorrow. I'm not sure what time it is Philippines time, but just be on the lookout for it. It's literally dropping tomorrow. So, and
All
there's a music
right.
video.
We're gonna follow you on your socials flash here below the screen. How about you,
Hey,
James?
thank you.
Yes, I'm really excited to perform at Sinulog on January 13 and 14. It's going to be my first time performing for the fans, all of my songs. It's been since last time I performed, I guess, was before the pandemic. So it's been a long time. And I'm really excited to be able to perform for all the fans again. It's been too long. And then right after Sinulog, I'll be going on a North American tour. So that's going to start end of January through February. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Hey,
Wow, a lot of things coming up for James and Destiny. Thank you so much, guys, for being with us here today.
of course.
Thank
Thank you
you,
guys so much.
Destiny. Thank you,
Fun.
James.
Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
Of
So
course, guys.
Pepsters, catch them in their respective socials. And thank you again for watching Pep Spotlight. You may follow us on our Pep socials flash below the screen. And I once again I'm Pink and
And I'm Bernie, and you can follow me on my social media accounts, Twitter Burns on Instagram and Twitter.
bye Pepsters. Thank you James and
Thank you,
Destiny.
Thank you
Destiny.
for
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
having us.
Bernie.
guys.
Good luck.